Check out the stat by your girl Treasure Wilson, aka Stat Baby. We got a special guest. I will introduce her in a second. Today we're talking Stephen A for president, Noah Lyles race with a streamer, and of course we gotta talk some football. But before we get started, I gotta give a shout out to our sponsor, Underdog. With Underdog, you can earn money by making picks on all of your favorite players. You can try the app in California, Texas, and New York, and the list goes on. If you want to play along, go download Underdog, use code STAT, S-T-A-T, to get up to $1,000 in bonus cash and get a free pick. So make sure y'all all sign up on Underdog today. So first, we're going to get into our Underdog picks on Sunday. A good one, a real good one. The Commanders will play the Steelers. Guys, this game, I think is going to be a tough game, but I still think the Steelers are going to come on top. We'll go more into depth later. Underdog has Jaden Daniels at 220.5 passing yards. So if we look at his stats in the previous games, he had 269 versus the Ravens, 226 versus the Giants, 326 versus the Bears. Obviously, Steelers have a really good defense. Do I think he'll be able to get 220? Given his track record, he's getting about that amount of yards, so I'm going to put him higher. Russell Wilson's at 212.5 passing yards. Russell Wilson in the last game versus the Giants, he had 278, and versus the Jets, he had 264. Shout out to New York, but y'all lost both. I'm going to go higher for Russell Wilson, and then we got Najee Harris, who's at half a rushing and receiving touchdown. Do I think that Najee will be able to get a touchdown versus the Commanders? I think so. I think he'll be the one to do it, so I'm going to go higher. So make sure you guys download the Underdog app and you can make your picks too. So like I said earlier, today we are joined with a very special guest, a guest that is dear to me. Y'all met one of the bridesmaids. I guess it's time for another reveal. Today we got Miss Sydney Chaney on the show today. Sydney, how you feeling? How you doing?
I'm feeling great.
Okay, before we get started, is there anything that you would like to say to the audience? Because a lot has been said, and I'm just going to say it right now. None of my friends are hoes. Zero. Nada. None of them. But Sydney is the one who has been getting all the heat for whatever reason.
I've been catching all the strays. All the strays. Maybe it's just because I'm here all the time. I'm the one that shows face. But guys, no. Just like Kiana said, I'm not your hoe either.
Gotta make that real clear.
Let's make that real clear.
Very, very, very clear. And then before I asked a couple more questions about you. This sweatshirt, we went to University of Miami, and I really, not too long ago, I had a guest who went to Xavier and, plays in the league. Have you heard of him? Quincy Oliveri?
Yes.
Yeah, he's really dope. So I was like, that's so cool.
Look at her trying to be messy. Anyway, you guys, very nice guy. That day that they talked about him, that's the first day I met him. I don't know him. My mom went to Xavier. That's where this sweatshirt is from. Don't make assumptions.
And that's that.
Yeah,
I'm completely trolling. Y'all, leave my friend alone. She's good. We did go to University of Miami together. That is how we met.
Love you, go Canes.
Love you, go Canes. We were at the game real quick before we even get into the show. We did go back to our homecoming game with Michael Irvin. That was an amazing experience. Sydney, you want to tell them how that experience was being back on campus?
Oh, it was so much fun. It was so nostalgic, but it was weird because it's like everything was so different. And it's like you're walking campus and you don't recognize anybody because everybody is gone because we're getting old.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Well, so we think we're getting old, even though everybody else gets on us because they're like, y'all are jits. Y'all are babies.
We were on campus talking about back in my day.
But like the big dogs. I mean, we are the big dogs, but like it really felt like it at that point. So it's kind of funny going back and having that experience. And then last little question for you. So just so people kind of know more of our relationship. How did we meet? If you want to tell the class.
This is Bestie over here. This is my girl, my dog for life. We met. We were freshmen in college, and we happened to be neighbors.
Yeah.
And we were the only people of color on our floor. So
yeah,
immediate click.
Yeah.
And this girl over here, Miss Social, was like, knocking on my door. You want to go out? I'm like, we just met for sure. And here we are, like 5 years later.
5 years later, still real close, still going out because we're young and we can do that. Living our best lives. So, guys, shout out Miami for bringing us closer. I always give so much credit to Miami because that school's just done a lot for me and really the both of us in general. We had a great experience. Again, shout out to Michael Irvin for making that game happen. And yeah, love you, go Canes. That's the statement. That's the tweet. So now let's get into the show. First thing, the biggest news this week, it wasn't sports. At least in the States. It wasn't sports, it wasn't music, it wasn't entertainment, it was politics, okay? The election happened, and we now have our new president. I'm not going to get into that. You guys have seen me say multiple times, make sure you vote, make sure you do your own research, make the choice that makes sense to you. America has voted, and we now have a new president. We're not going to get into that because I'm not here to talk about politics. I'm here to talk about sports. So how do we merge politics and sports? Of course, Mr. Stephen A. had something to say. Stephen A. went on a show and he said, if you came to me and you told me I had a legitimate shot to win the presidency of the United States of America, I would definitely consider it. So Stephen A. for president, ? Miss Sydney, do you think he should try? Do you think this is feasible? Do you think this is something that'll happen?
You know what? I would love to say it's like, if you're not qualified for the politics, stay out the politics. But based on what just happened, I don't even think I can say that anymore. Like, Kamala ran. She's overqualified. She still lost. And
that's that.
That's that. If you want to run. Hey, I just hope you have some logic behind it.
And that's that.
That's
okay.
that.
Think about Stephen A. Stephen A. has a very bold personality. We've seen bold personality in politics. I think that's it's kind of interesting because there's been a wave of bold personalities in different occupations, which I think before in every job, people were told to kind of just do your role, don't really say much. And that goes down to even journalism. My journalism roots, I had to unlearn how to stay neutral and actually have an opinion based on things because all of my life I was told, don't have an opinion, stay neutral, stay unbiased. You don't got to do that anymore. Stephen A., at the end of the day, I ain't going to lie. That's not a thought that came across my head, but he's a great talker. He can negotiate. He knows the facts. He knows what he's talking about in sports. If you want to run for president, hey, go do your thing, Stephen A. You can do what you want to do. Honestly, at this point, I don't know. I was just surprised that was what he said. Do I think it could happen in the future? If that's something that's in his cards, it could. I even told myself, I used to study political science. Fun fact, I actually very much so like talking about politics and policies. I will read books up on it. Cindy knows I will sit and watch hour-and-a-half long videos of Democrats versus Republicans just chatting about issues. Cindy's like, turn this off. Can we put on some music? We're trying to get ready.
I'll be like, girl, okay. We about to go out. You want to listen to this right now?
I'll sit and watch it all day. I'm so fascinated. I'm a nerd at heart, and y'all will learn that more and more, so I don't put it past anybody. Could I see myself running for a position? Not president, maybe House of Representatives when I'm old enough, maybe. The Senate, maybe. That's issues I like to talk about. And I think more Gen Z needs to get involved, make research, and, take a stand on issues that they want to change. So I think that's the best way to do it. So shout out Stephen A. Stat for Pres.
Not
for Pres, but stat for Senate, stat for House of Representatives. Something like that. Because I would not run for president. But shout out to those of you who do. Okay, so moving along, we got some Jason Kelce news. So Jason Kelce was at a game, and a fan came behind and called his brother a slur, the F slur. Obviously not going to say that. Certain words I will never say. If it frustrates people and it shouldn't be said, I'm not going to say it. There's no argument there. The fan basically came up to him talking about Travis and Taylor's relationship and said, Kelce, how does it feel that your brother is a blank for dating Taylor Swift? That's when the slur was used. So then Jason Kelce came back with that fire, turned around, took the man's phone, threw it, and then he actually came back and said to the fan, who's the blank now, using the word to the fan. Of course, that video went viral. It's Jason Kelce in a feud with the fan. I don't know why they're calling him a fan, because clearly he's not a fan if you got something to say about his brother. But the main thing was really the word that was used, and it's like, is Jason Kelce allowed to defend his brother? So, Cindy, I'm going to ask you first. Obviously, we've all seen the clip and what Jason Kelce did. Do you feel like what he did was wrong?
I don't want to say what he did was wrong. It's like, yes, defend your brother. Using the slur, you didn't have to go that far. But at the same time, he kind of just gave him the same energy back.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that's right, but I feel like just people nowadays, like, especially our generation, like, we're used to technology. You can get away with you say a lot of shit behind that phone screen, and I feel like he's probably like, oh, I could say this. He's not going to do nothing.
Right.
Like, no. He grew up in the age where you get punched in the face for saying stuff to people. Like, no.
Facts.
Like, you can't.
Facts. That's actually a great way to put it, because, yeah, everybody thinks Gen Z is soft, which compared to other generations, okay, cool. We might be a little more emotional, and we ain't really going to be about what we say sometimes, even though we should be. Jason Kelce stood up for his family. He stood up for his brother. You is not finna come up to me and say nothing about my brother, especially right next to me. Internet trolls, cool. That's different. It's on the internet. But when I see you face to face,
right,
and you're in my face, and I'm a man. I'm a grown man. I'm an NFL man, big body.
And you talking about my brother, though?
You lucky all he did was throw your phone.
Right.
We talk about one of the best centers in the league, now retired, cool, we get it. Jason motherfucking Kelce. That's not somebody I'm trying to mess with at all. At all. So, like, I'm proud of him for sticking up for his brother, because at the end of the day, you shouldn't let nobody talk to you crazy like that. Did he have to use that word? Not at all. There's like a good couple of words, I don't care who you think you are, should be in the trash. You shouldn't use them, because why are we using them? But I understand where he's came from. I'm not going to excuse the word being used in the heat of the moment. He probably used the same word, which is what happened that guy used to him, so he just fired it back. But yeah, man, I don't know. There's a lot of hostility. There's a lot of fire going around. I need everybody to just calm down and realize athletes are also real people too, okay? People fantasize about athletes and entertainers and rappers and musicians. Y'all don't know nothing about that life. They're living completely different lives, and you should support them. If they play bad, we don't got to praise them all the time. You can talk a little shit, because, if you play bad, you play bad. We are commentators. We are consumers. So we're going to consume. But at the end of the day, yeah, everybody just needs to be a lot more respectful. Realize who you're talking to. Don't talk crazy to people, and just be better humans and better people. We need more love and light. And I know that goes back to Gen Z being soft. I don't care. We need more love and light, because we don't need to feud all the time. I'm sick of it. Okay. And then last little topic before we go to break, Halle Bailey and DDG. As we know, the couple has split. They welcomed their new baby. DDG has been on a generational social media run, this time bringing his baby on Kai Cenat's stream. If you guys don't know who Kai Cenat is, he's a very popular Twitch streamer. He's not the most subscribed. I think iShowSpeed is. But he's
trying to beat it.
Yeah, he's like top 3 of the most viewers on stream.
Yeah.
Very good at what he does. Another Gen Zer that people don't understand what's going on, but he's entertainment. He's entertaining. And right now he's on a 24-hour, 30-day stream.
Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah, I don't know how he's doing that. I can never show shout out to that man.
This is his second time doing it too.
Yeah, it's a lot of energy.
Insane.
Shout out to him. But yeah, so DDG brought his baby on stream, and I mean, Kai Cenat's been having different guests. They put the baby on the stream. Halle then tweeted, as we know, again, her and DDG split. She tweeted, "Hi, everyone. Just so you know, I'm out of town and I don't approve of my baby being on a stream tonight. I wasn't told or notified, and I'm extremely upset to have my baby in front of millions of people. I am his mother and protector and saddened that I wasn't notified, especially when I am out of town." A lot of mixed reviews on what she had to say about her baby being on stream. Sydney, I'm going to ask you first, was there anything wrong in what Halle tweeted about DDG putting her baby on stream?
I don't think it's wrong. That's her baby. Like, what? I just, like, he should have at least told her,
Yeah.
I think. Because the baby's not even 1 yet,
Mhm.
and millions and millions of people are watching that stream every single day, all day. At least tell her, like, communicate a little bit.
Yeah, for sure. I actually disagree. I think, yeah, tell her that you're going to put, my baby online for millions of people to view. Like, that should be a conversation had, but why tweet that? I don't know if she was facing backlash. I don't know if the comments were like, Halle, why did you got your baby on stream? Like, that's probably what was going on. But
Probably.
I would have told the man on the side, yo, DDG, don't put Halo on stream. There's too many people. Like, let's not do that. And I get it. Like, I get the frustration there, but tweeting it on Twitter for what? What do you gain? And I love her. This is not a diss at her. Like I said, consumers, we can criticize, we can make comments.
Yeah.
Because, hey, if y'all want to criticize and comment me, y'all can do that. I would hope you don't want to, but you can. Because free speech, y'all can do it as you please. But yeah, like, I just feel like that was unnecessary. I feel like telling the whole world that, like, I don't approve of my baby being on stream. It just felt like you wanted a reaction. And I think she expected people to agree with her, and social media had a different reaction.
Yeah.
It does take two to tango. They are both the parents.
She did say afterwards, she was like, oh, I may have overreacted a little bit.
I don't even think I would have even said that. I would have just left it alone.
But it's like, she did find out that her baby was on stream through the internet, and that is annoying.
Yeah.
I will say.
Super annoying. And I feel for her. I get it. Like, I would hate that too, but I just feel like both things didn't need to be said on the internet. I wouldn't have said anything. I'd been like, DDG, and fire his ass up outside this. There's already so much social media around it, and then you don't want your baby on stream. I didn't even know her baby was on stream until she tweeted that her baby was on stream. So now I'm going to go look and see her baby on stream.
Maybe it was for publicity. Maybe they just, hey.
I don't know. It's really hard to tell what's real nowadays because everybody's doing stuff for publicity. I don't know. But shout out to both of them. I hope they figure it out. I hope they're figuring out their co-parenting, and I hope they continue to have successful lives because they are both great at what they do. And hey, but next time I would just tell DDG, and DDG basically told people not to bash her because y'all don't need to bash her either. That is the mom. She is the protector. She's going to do what she thinks is best for her child. So allow her to do that. But the back and forth bringing to social media, it's unnecessary, and it is what it is. Okay. We are going to go to break. When we return, we will talk about my NFL predictions for a couple games, and then we'll get into Noah Lyles' race. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back. So y'all know I got to get into a little bit of my NFL Week 10 predictions. There's a lot going on this weekend. We're going to start with the Eagles versus the Cowboys. Eagles are playing pretty good right now. The Eagles are 6-2. It's kind of interesting because I feel like there's so many hype around other teams right now that the Eagles are kind of getting overlooked. You see the record and you know it's a good record, but they haven't had as much hypeness compared to like the Lions. I feel like the Falcons have gotten their flowers. I feel like the Bucks have gotten their flowers. I know they started off a little bit rocky, the Eagles at the beginning of their season, so people were feeling some type of way, but they've been prolonging pretty good. The Cowboys on the other end are doing the complete opposite. As shout out to Bubba Dub, but as Bubba Dub would say, the Cowboys right now are trash. Sorry to break it to you. Y'all are not playing well, and I'm happy about it actually, because my team is doing great. Dak Prescott, we know that he's having some complications right now, so they are going to put Cooper Rush in. And then if Cooper Rush has some complications, they are looking at Trey Lance. And I know that Trey Lance is probably so excited to get his start back eventually if given the opportunity after that trade from the 49ers. We haven't got to see a lot of play from him. It's also sad seeing what we thought were kind of how high caliber quarterbacks being kind of mixed in the shuffle over time because, you know, in college, they're high prospects and they get to the league and they kind of get that reality check of what the league is. So I'm hoping that he gets a start in the near future because we have seen it's the year of the backup quarterbacks. I think there's been a lot of issues with starting quarterbacks, whether they're talking too much or injuries. And so in this case, Cooper Rush kind of gets to see what he can do. And then, like I said, maybe later down the line, Trey Lance. But for this game, I'm going with the Eagles. I think that they are the way stronger team. Cowboys have a lot to figure out out. They already gave up a lot of money to Dak Prescott in particular, and I know that they're trying to figure it out, but it's going to take some time for them to figure it out. So I'm going to go with the Eagles. Next game, I'm going to talk about 49ers versus Bucks. I am highly impressed with the Bucks. I'm going to give them their flowers. I'm not being biased because I'm from Tampa. If you watch the games and see what's going on, you know what the fuck is going on. The Bucks have a very solid team. They had a great performance against the Chiefs the other day. This is with their injuries. They don't have Mike Evans. They don't have Chris Godwin. Baker Mayfield has been playing extremely great football for the Bucks. I do think that the Bucks could have won that game versus the Chiefs if they went for the 2-point conversion at the end, or actually didn't let the clock run out for them to be able to go into overtime for Kansas City to score. Because we know when Kansas City gets in overtime, they're most likely winning. They are remaining undefeated. Hate to see it, but they probably will 3P. And I'm not going to say hate to see it because shout out to the Chiefs. They've been playing amazing football, but the Bucks really had it. So them playing the 49ers, this is going to be a real good game. Christian McCaffrey is expected to be back for this game. Deebo Samuel has been limited on practice, but he is expected to play. It's hard to say. I think the Bucks are going to win because of the amount of injuries that they've had, but seeing how they played this past game, it gives me, as we would say, hope, as Mike would say. I think that they have a very fair chance. It's hard for me because half of me is like, okay, I want to go with the 49ers. They have a pretty solid team, but the way Baker Mayfield's been playing and utilizing his offense, the Bucks could get a win. So that's going to be my prediction for this game. Then we got the Steelers versus a Commanders game. This is a goodie. As we know, Jaden Daniels is officially the new hotness. He has been playing phenomenal. It's kind of interesting because, we saw last season all the hype around CJ Stroud, and I still think that he's a great quarterback, but it's been completely wiped, especially because of the recent games the Texans have had, and Jaden Daniels has completely overshadowed it now coming into the league and breaking all the records that he has. We kind of say like the Commanders have that spark that we didn't expect them to have. But the Steelers on the other end, and y'all can say I'm biased. I know I'm biased because I think we're a great team. Do I think we're the best team in the league? No, but I think that we have a good shot. Our offense has been super explosive. We've been putting up a lot of points with Russell Wilson as quarterback. Our defense is amazing. I would really argue our defense is one of the best in the leagues right now. I think that the Commanders are going to struggle a little bit against the Steelers. But I'm still gonna go with the Steelers. I don't know if Jaden Daniels' spark is enough to beat the Steelers. Now, if the Commanders do win this game, we got to put them in. I'm just ready to take it all the way. If you beat my team, I'm ready to put you, except the Cowboys. That was a fluke in the system. If you beat my team, I'm ready to put you in that Super Bowl playoff conversation because they've just been playing so well. But I do think that the Steelers are going to have the upside in this game, but I do think it's going to be a good one to see. And a battle between Russell Wilson and Jaden Daniels. Then the last one we're going to talk about is the Lions versus Texans. And the Lions, it's really hard to bet against them right now. Kind of similar to the Chiefs. Jared Goff has been playing phenomenal football. Texans are a bit banged up. I feel like CJ Stroud has lost a little bit of his spark. So I'm going to go with the Lions. Even on the other side, the Texans have been praising the Lions so highly. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't do that, but it's game time. We're playing each other. I don't think this is the time to be praising the Lions. Like, y'all know y'all got that game. Let's talk a little shit. Let's get ready. But based on what I've seen, I don't think the Texans are going to be up to par against the Lions. And a lot of teams aren't up to par against the Lions right now. So I'm going to go with the Lions to win that game. So that's just a couple of my predictions. Let me know what y'all think in the comments down below because I want to know what y'all think. But got a good couple of games this weekend. We know we got that Germany game that everybody's so excited to see with the Panthers. But stay tuned for that. Will I be watching it when it comes on? No. Will I watch it after? Yes, because I think Bryce Young needs his shot back in the league. I don't like how the league has done him, and I think that this is a little bit of redemption. Okay, so moving along before we wrap, got to talk about this race with Noah Lyles. So Noah Lyles, we know Olympic gold medalist. He raced a Twitch streamer named I Show Speed. We talked about Kai Cenat earlier. Twitch streamers have been on a roll. Basically, when you see the race, I'll see if I can actually insert the footage of that race. They were head to head. they were real close. And so after that race, there's been a lot of drama between Noah Lyles and Tyreek Hill. As we know, cheetah. Tyreek Hill is fast. He tweeted, quote tweeted the video and said, "And track athletes think he gon' beat me." In response, Noah said, "Aw, feeling left out? I'll dance across the line on you too." It's a little spicy, but I like it. So Sydney, after seeing the video, who do you think would win, Noah Lyles or Tyreek Hill? And then how do you feel about how I Show Speed ran against Noah Lyles?
Who do I think would win? I mean, I'd have to give it to Noah Lyles. He is the professional, yeah.
Yeah.
Like he is the Olympian.
Yeah.
Like he does train for this. This is his career. This is his job.
Yeah.
I am gonna give it to him. And Tyreek Hill, he's fast.
Yeah.
Cool. I feel like there's a difference between running on a track and running on a football field, though. So I would definitely give it to Noah. After the video, though, like, it was close. It was a little scary. And he does talk a lot. He does talk a lot.
He does. He will definitely talk shit.
If you talk that much, you should have blown him out. That's what I think. But you still won. It's cool.
Yeah.
Your title is still safe.
Yeah. And that's what he needed. And now he's still talking shit after it, which, I mean, as you should. But, I mean,
he gonna talk.
You beat a streamer. You were supposed to beat him.
He gonna talk shit till the day he die.
Right. But I will give credit to Speed because Speed is actually a superhuman. He has a lot of crazy athletic abilities. If you guys haven't watched him either, I'm putting y'all on game because every time I bring up people to certain people, even my parents are like, "Who is that?" I'm like, "How do you not know how do you not know who Speed is?"
Yeah, and he's a really good soccer player.
Yeah, like
yeah.
Come on now. So like, it's not like Speed is just some random. Like he has great athletic abilities. And it was entertaining. Now between Tyreek Hill and Noah Lyles, I would love to see it. I am always gonna support a little underdog. I think Tyreek Hill has a chance. After seeing that video, I was like, this is kind of good. Like, this is good TV. Like, I want to see it. I want to see you race. I want to see you race. And I want to see you race. They really should do like a big like marathon, right? And I'm talking about like everybody. Like, they need Tyreek Hill. They
all the
need
streamers.
Freaking Kai.
Hey.
Kai could.
You know he be out there on the basketball court. He be on the soccer field.
Yeah, in the
his little events.
Yeah, but Kai did.
You never know.
No, Kai did like a little league, right, with children. No,
but he did that, and he's done other leagues not with children.
Yeah, you're giving him too much credit. Kai Cenat can go do hopscotch.
I said streamers. I didn't say Kai Cenat.
You said
you can put Duke Dennis in the paint. He might be fast.
I don't want to see Duke in the paint. Respectfully, I don't. I was going like
streams.
Far. I'm not even talking streamers. Not streamers versus athletes, because no, like streamers are doing like, yeah, a lot of them like to play basketball, but everybody all of a sudden likes to play basketball. You saw me on the court with White and Larry. Like, people just be doing things. Like, I want to see like Tyreek Hill. I want to see Noah Lyles. Like, who's somebody random? Like, go ahead, put Ray J. Go put
Ray J.
Yeah, like put people to work. Like other people who have been chatting all year. Go put Amber Rose. Make her swim against somebody. Like, I don't know. Yeah, like a marathon. Like,
you mean like a triathlon?
Well, I don't know what it's called.
Not
no,
a marathon.
I struggle with certain words. No, like not like a marathon, but like a marathon. Like something that everybody like I don't think I'm using the correct word.
Like an internet Olympics.
Yeah, like an internet Olympics. Put that bit on Netflix. Same way they're promoting this whole like Jake Paul, Mike Tyson, like, you know, two kind of random things.
Yeah.
Put everybody in there. Everybody who been talking shit all year. Krishan, if she was, you know, had a good time right now, she could do the 4x4 race against like, I don't know, like Gabby Douglas, like just random people.
Y'all heard it here first.
Everybody watch it.
Internet Olympics.
Let me host. This is what we talking about right now. This is what I'm saying. Like Gen Z and millennials and all the other people need to come together, put together some good content that's generational that people haven't seen before. Since everybody want to get involved now, like that's what we need to see. We need to see these people racing against each other, versing each other. Like, this is good TV. I'm trying to see it all, and I'm here for it all. And y'all should be here for it all, too. If y'all like that suggestion, let me know in the comments down below, because we're going to get something working.
Internet Olympics.
Even same way, Cam was supposed to play somebody in a basketball match. Like, I'm trying to see all the matchups. I'm trying to see everybody play, because this is what we came here for. Came for the tea, came for the drama, respectful tea and drama. I'm trying to see people play. So I think it's the best idea to happen. Netflix or somebody make it happen, because we talking business.
Internet Olympics 2025.
Internet Olympics 2025. You heard it here first.
Yeah.
And it happens the off years. I don't know. We can discuss, consultations can be made. My email is contact@statbabyentertainment.com. You know the deal. Further discuss. But
y'all know the gram.
Y'all know the gram. Y'all know where to find me. It doesn't have to be explained. That is it for today's episode. Sydney, it was a pleasure to have you on the show today. I'm happy people got to know a little bit more about you, because you're more than just a bridesmaid. That is Miss Sydney Chaney. That is my girl. Y'all know. Any closing words before we go?
No, chill on the bridesmaids, y'all. We're just regular people. We all got our own lives.
And that's that. Y'all can hashtag check out the stats so we can continue the discussion next week. And maybe your question or take will be featured. Thanks for hanging out with me and checking out the stats. I'll see y'all next week.
What you want, nigga? Everything, nigga, super size. Two Big Macs, like when they doing them 2 for $5.